About racing away from the 1600 meter marker. Chapel Cleve and They Say, as long Uncle Ronnie also, they're the three trailers. Wordbuster Strong, Dancing Moonlight is towards the outside. Who Says with the black cap is very wide into that turn, and Mind My Mood is right there on the inside. Podcast and Carpenter Cruise, there's a length between the two of them. Sovereign Masters at the rail, racing about 4 lengths off the leader. Then comes Secret Status, Chapel Cleve, They Say, and Uncle Ronnie. That's racing about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. Mind My Mood is near the rail. The red cap of Wordbuster. Then comes Dancing Moonlight. Podcast, that's in the yellow silks. Along the inside of that one, Sovereign Master. The outside, Who Says. Carpenter Cruise is mid-division and racing about 5 lengths off the leader as Wordbuster now starts to get away a length and a quarter. They Say is further back, then Victor Victorio, Secret Status, Uncle Ronnie and Chapel Cleve. About to be homeward bound, 500 to go. Wordbuster the leader. Dancing Moonlight. Podcast is now moving in. Mind My Mood comes under pressure. Carpenter Cruise comes out for a run. He's a big horse. He's going to take a while to get into his stride. Towards the outside, Who Says? Podcast, Wordbuster on the inside. Carpenter Cruise is now being asked to run. He's going to certainly have to pick it up. Podcast comes home strongly now over the last 100 meters. Carpenter Cruise on the inside, Wordbuster. But Podcast is not for the catching, and Podcast has won it. Carpenter Cruise will be second. Wordbuster will run third. Mind My Mood ran fourth. The winner of the opener is number 11, Podcast. The 2-year-old son of Philanthropist went to the start looking very, very nicely, I must say, and he wins by about 1 3/4 lengths. I did say Carpenter Cruise, he's a big horse, he's still growing into himself. He will take a while to get into his stride, and so it proved, and he'll perhaps need more ground. Wordbuster runs third. Fourth position to Mind My Mood, and then behind that, Who Says, who was caught wide out in the early stages, They Say, and then came further back in the run, Dancing Moonlight. So the Philanthropist for Gavin Van Zyl, bred by Dr. I.R. Haynes for Colin Govinsamy, and they win it here in the yellow silks on the right-hand side. So the 2-year-old against the older horses, and continues to go here. Carpenter Cruise, staying on for that second position. He's going to improve with every run. As I say, still a youngster growing into himself. Wordbuster is further back in the run. 11 on the tote, 260. Tote favourite number 6 runs second. Back to the studio.
11 Podcast has come through to win here, the 2-year-old son of Philanthropist. Well done to the breeder, Dr. Haynes. And I mentioned in my preview, nice to have had the pleasure of being introduced to Mr. Colin Govinsamy, who is the proud owner of this individual. And of course, Gavin Van Zyl and Warren Kennedy team up, and there was support for this individual. Gavin, I didn't chat to you, but I chatted to Colin before the race, and he was very confident. Obviously, that was passed on from you.
Yeah, you know, the debut was a good debut run, and I had sold the horse to Colin based on the ability that he'd shown us at home. And, you know, Colin was introduced to me by Roy Baldoa and through Chesney and my son in Johannesburg, and we really appreciate Colin joining our stable. He's supported Chesney, which Chesney's going to have some fun with Colin going forward. And, you know, it's a big team effort, and I've got to thank Colin, Roy, Chesney. It was nice to have Colin's brother Salish with him today, bring us some luck as well. It's we've just started. This is the first horse that Colin's got with me, and he's bought another one, a couple more. He's got a very smart horse in Open Sea, which is, you know, we're going to wait for him a little bit. But we're going to have some fun together, and it's just wonderful that the owners are rewarded, you know, when they put their money down, and, you know, he believed in us, and thanks to Warren. Warren's done a lot of work on him back home and is able to give us the confidence to tell Colin to buy the horse, which was great. And a big team effort, and I think the horse is a very smart horse. His mother and Seal, that very good horse of ours in Johannesburg, yes. Seal's mother, they are sisters. You know, so you know, he's got every chance to go the Derby distance, this horse, and so I think going forward, you know, he's just his class as a 2-year-old is bringing him through, but as a 3-year-old, and later on, I think we can expect a lot of fun with this horse. So well done to everyone concerned.
Before you leave us, anything else from your side, Gav?
I've only got one runner in the next race. If she's drawn a bit bad, she's going to need a bit of luck to overcome the draw, but we can expect a bit of improvement from her.
Thanks, Gav.
Pleasure.
Lovely. Let's get Warren Kennedy in, and of course, you know the horse back. You haven't sat on this horse in a race, but the barrier trial I see was done by Craig. Gunther did the first run, and first time out, you know the horse from back home. Confident?
Very confident today, Dees. He actually surprised us a little bit on his first run. We thought he'd go close, but not that close. He ran wide, and unfortunately he was drawn wide. He ran wide, and he quickened really well. So the natural progression step up to the distance is what he's looking for even further, and he was always going to be a hardest to beat.
Turning to the straight, you know, you made your move, and that was it.
Yeah, it is. You know, unfortunately, in these sorts of races, you've got the horse, the class horse, and horses that aren't going quick enough in front of you. They're dying, and you've got to just take the gap and go when you can. And Morse was travelling really well. I let him loop them about the 700. You know, I had the class horse. I knew he was going to quicken with me, and you know, he got found once and hit the front a bit green still. But the challenges came. They got to about a length and a half of him. He heard them coming, quickened again. Very smart horse, these.
Before you leave us, it's a busy afternoon. Anything else you like, or you can maybe point us in the right direction with?
Look, my filly in the next Cecilia, I mean, she's a nice price. Any price, she can run in the quartets. That's nice for the guys there, you know. She's doing well at home. She can run in the quartet, so you can add her there. I'm riding the Slade. Look, it's a tough race. Pack leader, I think, is probably the horse we've got to beat. But he's competitive, this horse. The race didn't go to plan last time, and you know, today I think there'll be a true run race. Crowd pleases in the race, so it'll be a true run 1900, and you know, I think he'll be in with a big shot.
Thanks for that, Warren.
Thanks, Dee. Just a big well done to Gavin. You know, he's got a lot of faith in me and to ride these horses, and to Colin. Thanks very well. The horse was for sale. Gavin said, let's come up with a price for him. We worked him, come with a price. Colin jumped in, and I'm extremely happy that the horse is doing what we foresee him to do.
Well played.
Thank you.
Lovely. Let's get Colin Govinsamy in, and as I mentioned, first time I met the man, when I spoke to him, we don't want to talk figures, but he didn't want to know. Colin, you were very, very confident.
I didn't want to know. I saw the house was 570 on the tote, and you was talking about it. I went to the tote, and we changed all that.
Well, and let's not even talk about what you did to the bookmaker.
Yes, no, we don't want to go there, but we got enough money to pay for the horse.
And your involvement with this horse now is something new with Gavin.
No, let me start from the beginning. Gavin called me up through Chesney, who I met at the JNB, and cut a long story short, I want to thank him for getting me involved in this horse, Chesney. And then last night, Wies Moodley, I'm sitting in Johannesburg, and he says, you can't let your horse run like an orphan. Yes. You got to go down there. So I said, okay, I'll go down with my golf shirt and jeans. He says, no ways, you're representing the new blood. You got to go there dressed up. Yes. So I got here, he got Colin Naidoo to host me, Gavin in his suite, everything sorted out, and here I am.
And the game now, I mean, you're new to the game because I know you from the casino.
22 horses is not new.
But new to the game?
New to the game. In ownership, yeah, like about maybe 15 months into it.
And how's it going? I mean, you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. Like this horse, we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Nobody knows what a horse is going to turn out at the end of the day. But most horses win a maiden. It's done that now. And let's see from here. We'll have a lot of fun.
Well, I wish you all the fun. I wish you all the best. Pleasure meeting you, Colin, and long may your success continue.
Thank you.
Lovely. That's Colin Govinsamy with number 11 podcast. 11, 6, 12, and 10. That's the way they cross the line. Up next will be place accumulated time 12:40, 20 to 1.